Welcome to the Daily Dish with New York Times bestselling author Leanne Ely. Putting vibrancy back into your everyday life and feeding your heart, mind, body, and soul. Join us every day at 1 p.m. Eastern for Motivational Monday, Tuesday's Tip, Wise Woman's Wednesday, Thirsty Thursday, Food Fight Friday, and of course Q&A, where no question is off limits, and Soulful Saturday. Here is your host, Leanne Ely, and the Daily Dish.
And we're live. Hey, everyone. Welcome. It's Wise Women's Wednesday. Where are my wise women? I see Helen in the house already. And I know that you're starting to march in. There you go. Mary Ann, also in the house. Excited about today. You know, we are going through the sprint piece by piece because we want to make sure that when we start on Wednesday, you are ready to go, like big time, right, Noreen? Noreen knows. She's sprinted so many times. I don't know how many pounds you've dropped, Noreen, 30 or something, but listen, this is the way. This is the beginning of the rest of your life. I'm going to just start throwing down all the platitudes. Sure. There's Cheryl. Hi, Vicki. Good to see you. Yeah, we're going to talk about it because you know what? This is the important part. This is the important part because this is your gateway into all the other yumminess that we like to discuss. 35. And Flynn's is big time filling her pink infusion water bottle. I love that. That's so good. Yeah, water makes the world go round, and being properly hydrated makes the world go round. We talked about that yesterday, the 5 metrics that move the needle so that you can get things done. So you're going to understand what this sprint is all about because listen, this research is very clear. When we understand why we're doing what we're doing, we'll buy in. But when we don't, and we're just, doing it like a drone or clone or whatever you want to call it, doesn't happen that way. There's Pamela, Catherine, Sandy, Diane, Lisa, Lucy, Patsy. Thank you, Catherine, for asking about Lincoln. He's sitting right here, sleeping right next to me. So if you saw my post on the Facebook group, I was kind of freaking out, like what's going on with my dog? He'd been sleeping all day and I couldn't figure it out. It's like, okay, maybe he's going through a growth spurt. You know how it is. Hey, Carol. So I took him outside and he was walking like he was drunk. I mean, just kind of like all over, and his back legs were a little bit stiff and his head was wagging back and forth. And my son had found a tick on him and I thought, oh my gosh, he's got some kind of a tick disease and all of that. Anyway, took him to the vet and they said, little bit of a stiff neck, they could tell, and they gave him like doggy Tylenol or whatever. And, he seems to be fine now. But what we're going to be doing is watching him. Yes, I am a doggy mama, Diane, you're right. Hey, Angie, I'm glad you're here. Yeah. So we're just watching him, making sure that everything is copacetic. And he seems to be fine. He's eating like, no one's tomorrow. You know how they are. Hey, Jane, Lily, Jocelyn, good to see you. Anyway, so that's the scoop on the pup. They were saying the big deal is on this, of course, is that the treatment is such a really brutal antibiotic that they have to use diarrhea and stuff for older dogs. And they said for puppies, it just wrecks them. So I just wanted to make sure they just want to make sure that they're not going to be treating something they don't need to be treating. They're also an integrative vet practice, so they're concerned about his microbiome. Don't you love that? You woke up thinking about him, Jane. What a sweetheart. Hey, Vicki. Yes, I'm so glad he's better. And Denise is in the house. Hi, Doris. Yeah, Darla's here too. I didn't see you, Darla. And Joanne. I'm so glad Joanne made it today. Yeah, when your pup is sick, they can't tell you anything. So it was a little bit of a concern. Anyway, we're gonna keep going through this whole hot melt sprint stuff. How many of you are enjoying this? Is this helpful to you? Is it helping to really kind of create that concrete inclad stuff so that you're able to do the things that you want to do? I hope so. If that's the truth and if that's helpful for you, put your pinkies up and let me know because I've been kind of shooting from the hip. I've never done this before, but I really felt it was important since we're not doing our live webinars all the time to really get into the weeds and make sure that this is stuff that's understood. Yay, Carol. Lisa, hello. Vanessa's in the house. Good to see you. Yeah, that's helpful for you. Good, 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 good. I'm glad to hear that. Yeah, that's important to me. Hi, Macy. Nice to see you. Sharon's here too. Yay. Good job. I'm glad you're here. All of them are up. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, go watch yesterday. Just watch Monday through Friday. This is going to give you a little synopsis on all the things. And of course, we have our Joanne. So Joanne says, Pinky's up, always love the review. And you can learn from Joanne. She is probably our most veteran of sprinters. She's been doing this since September of 2019. Every single time she does it, she never just says, hey, I'm not doing it this time. She gets results every time, and she's kept the weight off, and she feels like a new woman. So do like Joanne. Watch what Joanne does and do like her. So next Monday, we sprint. That's why we're doing this, because I want you to be ready to go on Monday. savingdinner.com/sprint. That's where you're going to pick up your guide. It's absolutely free. There's a whole bunch of resources right there. We're calling that the Hot Melt Sprint. You can see the webinar that I've done there. You can find, there's so many things there. The videos that go with the emails every day in case you miss one. But that's a good one. Vicki, you need to sprint with us. She says she's never sprinted, maybe in June. Come on, let's do it now. I know Catherine's ready. Catherine gets her husband on board. He's had some amazing success. So this is for everyone, y'all. It's for everyone. Quote decks are still in the shop, believe it or not, even though we had a bazillion people order them from Full Bloom. This is what they are. They look just like this, and you get a little quote out, and the quote is meant to do some work on your psyche, on your head, on helping you to think differently about things. We use a little stand like this. Whoops, there it is, a little stand. And it sets your environment up for success. These are success tools is what they are. Faith knows it has already received and acts accordingly. So if this is something that hits you between the eyes, that's what you want to do. You want to have something that just makes you go, whoa, like this one. Action is the foundational key to all success. If you need to be reminded of that action is the thing that you need, put it there on your stand and let it do its work. It really does. It really does make a big, big difference. Anyway, you can find this at savingdinner.com/quote. And yes, when you order, you do get these little stands. We send the stands with it because we find them to be completely valuable. And I want you to have the same experience. Okay. Also, we have mindful mugs. And we talked about mindful mugs in a little more detail yesterday. It helps you to be mindful. We always have a new design. When the design is gone, it's limited edition. When the design is gone, that's it. You can find out about these at savingdinner.com/mug. Now read the post. The post explains the psychology behind it. It explains what it does. And this is one of the most valuable tools you can have in your arsenal. I love this personally and use one every single day. savingdinner.com/mug. And we've gotten real tricky with them. I told you that. Our very first one holds my pens. This is the first one, and it says Mindful Mug on it. This one, it says Mindful Mug, Pinky's Up Cup, Saving Dinner on the back, and then it's got a word cloud in there with some little sneaky stuff in there that says I am and amazing and all the rest of it. I love this one. It's so beautiful. Don't put it in the dishwasher, though. We found out the hard way, didn't we? Some of us did. Darla's got her. She said, I love my new mug and quote deck. Of course you do, Darla. It's part of your whole, every time we see them, it lights us up and it reminds us of how much capacity and capability we have to be able to move the needles in our lives. We all do. We all have it. So go read the post if you haven't yet. savingdinner.com/mug. And on the bottom of the post, it'll tell you how to get a mindful mug. You can buy it or you can get it for free. There's 3 different ways to get them. So check it out. Rosemary loves her quote deck too with her cards. That's so great. We also have the multivitamin on sale this week, which means it's still the regular price, but we've sweetened the deal, shall we say. In it, you're going to get our How to Be Your Own Nutritional Guru. This is a must-read ebook that I wrote for anyone who has ever been on a diet or 20 or 40 diets before, because the whole point of what I'm telling you in this little ebook is that you can be an intuitive eater and never have to go on another diet again. That's what the sprint is a reset. The sprint is just common sense, science-backed information and eating that way so you can feed your body and start feeling well. That's what that's all about. So anyway, when you get that, you're going to love that little ebook, and you're also going to love the Rubber Chicken book. The Rubber Chicken book is basically how to stretch a meal into several different meals and using chicken and some other things. It's a lot of fun. You'll take a look at it. So find your multivitamin, and this is good for the whole family, by the way, savingdinner.com/show. That's where we park them every single week. That's where you're always going to find it. And we automatically send you an email with your goodies involved. Yes. Isn't that so good? All right. Full Bloom is no longer, you can no longer buy it. We've sold all the tickets that we're going to sell to it, and people who bought, we had a lot of people buying the replay as well. It is no longer available, but you can still get into the boutique if you want to buy something like this cool little water bottle. Isn't it so pretty with all the flowers and stuff? That's at savingdinner.com/pop to get into the boutique. Otherwise, that's it. You know, we do have, there was lots of you. We have hundreds of people who came. It didn't either, well, they weren't all necessarily there at the same time, but we're a part of Full Bloom, and you got a coupon code so that you could get 10% off anything in the shop except the journal, of course. So check that out. Go use your coupon, because, you know, after Saturday, you won't be able to. So check that out. Also, the journal is available right now on back order. They're all coming in on May 5th. And because of that, that's going to make it difficult for the first workshop, because when they come in on May 5th, then we got to turn around and send them out to you. They might not get there in time. So we have a second workshop coming up for the journal to learn how to use it. And that is on May 23rd, I think. Is that correct? Check me if I'm wrong. I don't know. Is that right? I think so. 22nd. 15 and 7 is 22. So it's going to be on May 15th and May 22nd, both on Saturdays, from 10 a.m. Eastern to 12 p.m. Eastern. Now, this whole workshop is for people who own the journal. You're going to actually sit down and do the journal with me. You know, we're going to go through it. I'm going to help you set up. Pre-work, anybody here who wants to do this as well with me, get ready for it. I want you to start kind of brain dumping some ideas of things that you want in your life: heart, mind, body, and soul. Put a big document together, and that's some of the prep work. Start dreaming big about the things that you want. Okay? Does that sound like fun or what? So much fun. You know, the Sunday cooking class on May 23rd is going to get canceled so that we can do the second workshop. Thanks, Sarah, for that. We are going to be doing a cooking class, and for those of you who were part of Full Bloom, you got a gift certificate to go to the cooking class for free. And the cooking class is a cook-along class, is really what it is. And I'm going to troubleshoot and take your questions. We're going to cook live. It's going to be really, really fun. But I'm pushing that back because I want to make sure that I get everybody trained up in this, getting ready for Take Back Their Life journals. I want you to fill them out and have it support the life that you want to live. Okay. So we're going to move that cooking class. I mean, in the summer, it'll be a fun thing to do, right? We're going to do it. You know us, we do all kinds of stuff. Did you see, by the way, did anybody else get a cosmic 2x4 on this quote of the week? We have just one life to live, just one. Why aren't we running like we're on fire toward our wildest dreams? Did that light you up? That lit me up, man. It just did. It did. And the ones that I really like, I put them right across from my bike so I can see that as I'm reminding myself why I'm doing this. You know, I want to be running toward my wildest dreams like I'm on fire. We have one shot. Remember the Hamilton musical? You've got the one shot. So use your one shot, right? Set it up. Fire, Patsy says. Fire. All right, that is everything that we have. And don't forget, of course, we always have, Friday, we get into the questions. So if you have a question, just send it into support@savingdinner.com. That's all you have to do, and we'll be good. support@savingdinner.com. Put question for Leanne on Friday. That'll help. So the food part of what we're talking about today, this is what we're going to be talking about, because sometimes it gets a little confusing because, honestly, there's a lot here. I know there's a lot here, and I drop a lot of information here in the science and everything that's 100% behind all of this. But I want you to hear this. I want you to hear this because this is the part that helps to connect all the dots and make your own sprint a massive success. Massive. Okay, so here we go. We're going to start number one with the principles. Okay, the principles of what makes the whole world go around on all of this. First of all, every meal is target trifecta. Every meal is target trifecta. Okay, easy. That means you've got the right amount of protein, and it's in the guide, 3 to 6 ounces of protein. You've got the right amount of vegetables in there, and you've got that in the salad. You've got the right amount of you've got the right amount of vegetables also in the soup. Now the soup is made with bone broth, so that's another thing entirely. I'll talk about that in just a minute. And there's reasons behind all of that. So you've got the volume of food that you need there with the protein. You've got the green in the fiber with the salad. That's fiber is the other thing with the target trifecta, the 3 things. I don't even know how to do it anymore. And then you've got the fat with the dressing. You know about that dressing, right? The hot melt Sprint dressing. You can make the Sprint dressing for one salad. You can make a bunch of it up. Just multiply it out and just make it up and put it in a mason jar and stick it in the fridge if you want to for the week. But that's where you're going to get your fat, also with avocado, and everything is written out for you there. The whole idea behind these meals is you get just the right amount of protein and a lot of volume. Because volume, there was a book, as a matter of fact, years ago, somebody sent it to me. I can't remember. It was Volumetrics. And it was all about eating high volume foods, lots of vegetables, soups, those kind of things. Because when we feel full, when we feel satiated, that helps a lot. But the things that help us to feel full, help us to feel satiated as well, is those 3 things together, target trifecta. The protein helps, the fat helps, and the fiber helps. They all 3 work together. That's why they're in there together, just the way they are. And then we ratchet up all that green. Look at all the green that you get in every single meal. So every meal is target trifecta. Every single meal. Every single meal. And you can take these principles on the road. Jenny's getting ready to leave for Montana, so you keep her and the family in prayer. I know you will, for safe travel. But it's simple. This is simple. It's easy. You can make up a vat of soup. You can make up a vat of bone broth. And if you are one of my salad gals who just has one of my digestive gals was a really hard time with digesting salad, because I've had a couple of those, my strong suggestion is just double down on the soup and skip the salad entirely, because the soup is cooked and it's a lot easier on your body. There you go. That's a little hint for you. And make sure everything is just all laid out and ready for you to go. Speaking of all laid out and ready to go, did you see Jenny's post with her? She had everything measured out and everything ready to go, and she was going to target trifecta every time they hit a restaurant. She knew what to do. So that's really cool. And this is how it gets done, y'all. This is how people take this on the road. This is how you get to the place of an intuitive eater, taking your target trifecta with you wherever you go. It's easy, it's simple, and it makes us feel good. And if you feel good, you're going to do it, right? Number 2, every meal, you get the hot melt soup, and you get bone broth if you like. If you have a digestive issue problem eating salads, and again, I've had several women who have, then you're going to go into the having the hot melt soup. Or you can just do hot melt soup and a cup of bone broth if you prefer. There's some flexibility there. But you know what we're looking at? We're looking at 2 things. Bone broth helps to heal your gut. It gives you the collagen that you so desperately need. Remember, every woman, practically every woman, 97% of us have a collagen deficit. If we have a collagen deficit, our hair, skin, nails, bones, connective tissues, nerve endings, every tissue in our body is affected by a lack of collagen. So we want to beef it all up. pardon the pun. We want to beef it all up. So that's why we do all of that. And then we are also really cognitive of the fact that our mitochondria is fed with grain. Our mitochondria is fed with grain. Because let's just say, even if you're a binge eater, I'm going to guarantee you've never been a binge eater when it came to broccoli, right? It's always been the stuff that you don't want to really talk about or admit to. So we need to binge out on the green stuff. We need to make sure that it's just all there. We want to make sure that we've got this in spades. So much grain that our mitochondria is just jumping for joy. Joyful mitochondria. And number 3 is salad. It's back to that same idea of the volume thing and the hot melts dressing. I like salads because of the enzymes in them and all the green. Again, back to that green. But again, you don't have to do this if you have digestive issues. I would also suggest anyone with a digestive issue would do Digestizymes or our glycozyme. We have 2 different digestive enzymes on the website. I would suggest glycozyme over Digestizymes if you also have blood sugar issues or, you have kind of shaky blood sugar stuff. Let's do that. Patsy, I know you love broccoli, but I know you don't binge on it either. Nobody binges on broccoli. We binge on the wrong stuff. Number 4, this is the important part. This is the part where people get a little bit confused. So hear me out. And if you're note takers, let's go and get this all taken care of and get it down there. Hey, Margot, glad you're here. Here's what it is. When you break your fast, that's not a meal. It's the break fast, break-fast, if you will, And I've explained this before, and I explained it before in the webinar, that breakfast was actually a Kellogg's invention, that this whole breakfast thing of being the most important meal of the day was a Kellogg's invention. They weren't getting an take on their cornflakes until they started doing this that was the first cereal, by the way, until they started this whole thing about how important breakfast was, and that, it needed to be all this cornflakes, which are what? Little teensy weensy bit of fiber and a whole lot of sugar, even though there's no sugar added. Remember, carbs like that, anything, whole grains, all that stuff, it all breaks down to sugar and quicker than we want it to. So keep that in mind. So when you're breaking your fast, you're breaking your fast, hopefully with a Target Trifecta smoothie. And the reason for that is we do have an alternative breakfast. The reason for the smoothie is to start you off the day well with exactly Target Trifecta: protein, fat, fiber, and to keep you satiated and feeling satisfied for hours. That's the whole thing behind it. Also, it packs a wallop of nutrition. If you follow the recipe, you've got just juice veggies in there, 7 to 9 servings of fruit and vegetables. You got a handful of spinach. You've got a little bit of matcha tea, all of that right there. Fat burning, feeding your mitochondria, satiating because of all that nutrition. And then you've got fat in there. You've either got avocado oil or avocado in there, or even MCT oil. But you've got the fat in there, and then you've got that delicious collagen that we have. And it just it's amazing how long you go with it. That's when you, by the way, when you break your fast with the Target Trifecta smoothie, that's when you take your supplements. Okay. And you are set for the day. It is like the most brilliant way you can start your day, because remember, every time we eat something, we're giving our bodies information. We're telling our body either set us up for disease or set us up for health. Did you know that? It's just that simple. So, just this once means another ding on your health card, really. And it's just punching the clock in the wrong direction. So do that. Break your fast with a Target Trifecta smoothie. And those of you who haven't done it yet, go get your basic sprint kit, for heaven's sakes. We have them right on the site. You get a discount for buying it in the kit. Start it this way and see what happens. We can still get it out to you in time, but it's time to start doing that. Yes, Terry's right. Kellogg's was just marketing. My kids calls cornflakes scabs. Oh, that is so foul. So foul. Yeah, Amber watched a History Channel did a show about food that was built in America, and yeah, Kellogg's is very interesting, very very interesting. Um, they're a very interesting company. I actually had a conversation back and forth with a woman who was a marketing brand coordinator manager for Kellogg's, and I said, "Well, I guess you guys won't be calling me then, will you?" I was okay with it. I didn't care. But anyway, when you break your fast, you're breaking your fast hopefully with the Target trifecta smoothie. Otherwise, your alternative is going to be the scrambled eggs and the spinach and all of that. Now, the only time that this changes up is, let's say you're waiting to break your fast, because number 5, and I'm going to come back to number 4, okay? Because number 5 is hunger drives eating and not the clock. We don't eat because it's 7 a.m. Just say, oh, well, it's time for breakfast. I guess I'm going to eat breakfast. If you're not hungry, don't eat. Let hunger tell you what to do. And by the way, breakfast isn't the most important meal of the day. The most important meal of the day is when you break your fast with something that is Target trifecta, that is knocking it out the park on all cylinders. You've got your protein, your fat, your fiber, you've got the nutrition dialed in, and you're taking your supplements with it. I mean, there's just perfection. Sorry. Perfect is the word I say. It's not until the other side of glory, but that's pretty perfect. Have to admit, it's pretty good. So if you don't do that and you do the spinach and the scrambled eggs instead, but like, let's say it's 2 o'clock or whatever, I would say skip that break fast altogether, right? If you haven't done the smoothie or whatever, and go to a meal instead. And the meals are your protein, your fat, and your fiber. You've got your soup, you've got your salad, and you've got your protein. Okay? And we've got some recipes that are in the guide as well. So remember, you're going to be completely taking care of this. And you also get an invitation into the sprint group. So that's important as well, because that's where you're going to get all these people, these seasoned pros on all of this, supporting you and helping you off. Terry said she went off the rails one day and her body reacted, inflammation, achy joints. You turned it around the next day. Isn't it so funny that we do that to ourselves? But we do. We do that to ourselves. You're not alone. We've all done it. I've done it. But here is the most important part. This is the most important part. The most important thing is that anytime you can reset, anytime you can have, not just tomorrow, not just next Monday, not after the weekend or after this bag of Oreos are gone or whatever, next meal. You can make a decision to go fill up your water bottle and say, that's it, I'm on it right now. Be that kind of a woman, because, we wait for after the holidays, then it gets really hard. We wait until a Monday and it's, Wednesday, it's going to get harder. So don't put it off thinking you have to have the perfect time to start. The perfect time to start is your next meal. Amen. Pinkies up. Pinkies up. Lovelies. Well, Carla, it's okay that you're late today. I'm just glad you're here. Reset, refocus right away. Absolutely. That is a huge hint, by the way, to not beating yourself up, and also not delaying doing the next right thing. Because when we delay, then we start to really push up, and what happens? Do you know that? It doesn't, if you mess up, you mess up. Welcome to the human race, right? I'm still going to love you. I promise you that. I promise you, still going to love you, but I don't want you to think you got to wait to start over. Or you got to wait to the next Hot Melt Sprint challenge. No, you start now. You start the next challenge. You do the best that you can with what you got. Deal? Okay, I've got your back. I'm not going to let you fall. So number 5 is hunger drives all of this. Hunger drives it. Because sitting down to eat by the clock, that's prison right there. Our hunger hormones are there on purpose. Now, it might be wonky and weird, and I'm telling you, it happens all the time. We see wonky and weird all the time, where I've got somebody who said, I haven't been hungry all day. I don't, what's going on here? I'm afraid that I need to eat something. No, you don't. Allow your hunger hormones to kick in. You will not starve. This is not Afghanistan. And I am not holding up, signs from the Red Cross truck. We're pulling out in 5 minutes if you don't get up here. It's not like that. We have a plethora of food always available at our fingertips. always. And if you've got stuff stashed, if you've planned well, if you've done all the things that you need to do, it's there in your fridge. It's there in your pantry. It's there for you at your disposal. Just get ready for the next thing. Yeah, we need wonky and weird shirts. That's a deal. So let's do this, let's make this happen, because we have something coming up for you starting, I believe it's June 1st. It's really going to be an intense 30-day challenge for you. 30-day challenge. And I want you there. I want you there for this, because this is something to stretch. It's a stretcher and a grower. Yeah, you're going to get physical results. Yeah, you're going to do all of this. Yes, it uses sprint principles. Yes, all the things. But it's also going to take you to the next level of where you want to go. The sprint is always the beginning. This is our gateway. It's our gateway drug. You know that. The 30-day challenge will be coming soon. I promise you. Probably we're going to tell you about it at the Take Back Your Life Journal workshop. And you'll get an opportunity then to jump on it. We're excited as heck about it. And I know this is going to be this is going to be one of the biggest things that we do. It's going to be a great way to set up for the summer. Bathing suit season's here. Yeah. Did anybody just have a heart attack? No, I'm not going to tell you more, Sarah. I'm going to make you wait. I'm not going to ignore you. You're going to have to wait too. We're all waiting together, doing it together. But these 5 things, this is the food part. This is what makes the world go around. This is what everybody looks at, and they don't look at all the other stuff because they want to see it. But this is the food part, and this is the part for you to pull in and really tighten up. Don't allow this to go off the rails anymore. Don't allow, just this once. Don't allow it. And I'm not asking for perfection. I'm asking for excellence, because it's simple and easy to do this excellently. It's simple and easy to start listening to your hunger hormones. You can journal as you're going. You get a food journal, by the way, with your guide. That's free. All this stuff is free. So if you are not a part of the sprint, look at everybody. Oh, listen, look at everybody. Oh my goodness. Tell us what it is. Oh, you guys, all I can tell you is you're going to absolutely go, what? Yeah, you're going to do that. It's really going to be something. And I'm so excited about it. Yes, I'm doing it with you. And it's a 30-day challenge of epic proportion. And it's going to change your life. I believe that with all of my heart. That's what it's about. You'll find out May 15th. Be there. All right. Anyway, that's what we have today. So those 5 things. Every meal is target trifecta. Every meal has a hot milk soup or bone broth. Every meal has a salad. 3. Got that? Every time when you break your fast, it's a smoothie or it's the scrambled eggs thing if it's early enough or whatever. And your meals are different. And everything is timed, number 5, by your hunger. It's going to make a difference. It's going to make a difference. When you understand these things and you put these principles into play, it's going to make a huge difference. Promise. Ooh, did you hear my stomach? It was hungry. Anyway, Lincoln's asleep right here. I'm ready for lunch. My stomach is hungry and telling me that. I am going to see you tomorrow for Thirsty Thursday. Keep our Jenny and her family in prayer as they start the drive to Montana. They're on the road here in about probably 5 minutes. So I just want to say to all of you, I appreciate you tremendously. And I appreciate the fact that you've shown up, that you stepped up, and that you are living vibrant lives. A testimonial. Your lives are testimonials to everyone around you. That should make you feel really good. I hope so. And I'm glad you're a part of my life and in my world. Peace be with you. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.
Thanks for watching. You can find us on YouTube on the Saving Dinner channel or on the Saving Dinner Facebook page. Check back daily for new episodes, Monday to Saturday at 1 p.m. Eastern. If you missed the live show, you can watch the replay. Until next time, pinkies up.